Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko, and in this whole video we're going to look into Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and also Aquarius Rising weekly general tarot reading August 30th up until September 5th, 2021. And should you be guys interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel and you wish to support us, just leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do stay up with our weekly uploads and as well our live streams. So with that being set aside, moving to the general reading for Aquarius, the first card you do have, guys, that is going to be the Five of Swords, followed by the Queen of Wands. Moving next, we do have the Ten of Cups. And the last prime card, there are going to be four more cards. We do have the King of Pentacles. So it's quite of a colorful week. Not just only one thing is going to be the main focus here. We do have people showing up. We do have some tenacious drive of your behalf here, and probably that tenacious drive is going to be simply a point of honor for you. We do have also some how can I say, a kind of like fulfilling circumstances that are going to take place. So it's going to be a week all over the place. And let's jump right away into it. Now the first one, which is the Five of Swords, is going to be catalyzed here with the page of not page, but I'm sorry, Ace of Pentacles. So these two, they do form a active enemies, and literally at the start of the week it is exactly what I thought it is, simply a point of honor thing. You definitely don't have to do it all. For example, enterprise, you don't have to involve yourself into, okay, or I don't know, a project you don't have to involve yourself into whatsoever, but as a simple point of honor, it seems that you will, or at least that is going to be the drive and the pull that's that you will experience there. And it's not gonna make any sense. What I mean is that it will be a bit of victory, all right? So at the start of the week, at least according to these cards, Aquarius, you should kind of like try to hold yourself up to pretty much jumping into noxious endeavors, so to speak, endeavors that at the end simply are not going to give you that much in return, then you are going to jump into them, all right? And it will be pretty clear from the start that these endeavors are simply noxious. These endeavors are simply insufficient. But just to prove a point, just to kind of like stand up to your name and so on and so forth, you will feel the need to jump into these aspects and into these endeavors. Now, back in the days, people shot each other for the honor of their name. I do understand that, okay? And sometimes when your personal pride is at stake here, you just don't think about rewards or anything like that. But Five of Swords is that card that distinguishes the hero from the warrior. And the hero answers any challenge and, of course, ultimately meets its match and dies young, while the warrior carefully chooses the battles that the warrior is gonna jump into if he wants to survive, and therefore the warrior does not jump into a battle that it doesn't make any sense, and the warrior cannot win. So the advice here from the cards for you, Aquarius, it is that try to gnash your teeth and just don't answer the taunt, because that is what this is. It's a taunt meant for you to waste resources, to waste dignity, and eventually at the end to waste respect as well. And right after that, this individual steps in for you, which is the Queen of Wands, followed by or catalyzed here by the Strength card. We do have a active supporters, and this individual is going to be a very shiny. It is the word that comes to my mind first. Shiny in a sense of that everybody will want to be like that individual, right? Everybody will want to be within the framework of this individual. Now, how this whole thing is going to play out for you does depend very significantly on your situation. This person here does not feel the need to explain themselves constantly. They are very in tune with their drive. They're very in tune with what they want as well. And they're very in tune with their capabilities. However, for one or another reason, you are of use for them for one or another reason. For example, they may need to have somebody next to them as a couple, okay, and you are a good match for it. They may need somebody to do something with their endeavors. You are a good match for it as well. Now, this individual, it has options available, okay. You are not the only option available for them. So what they can offer in return here with these two cards is support. What I mean is that should you have any issues at that point, this could be a mutual exchange where you will help them to progress with their stuff. They will help you to resolve your issues. But you need to know here that this one is a leader. They do not handle competition very well. And if there is a intimacy that's kind of like sparkles in between you two, that will be a very, very, very jealous person, regardless if it is a man or a woman, because it could be a man or a woman here. They do have an impression that they are the best, okay? They are the man or they are the woman. And seeing that that's not the case, in most part, it makes them very irrational, to say the least. Aside from that, if this is a person that you are to do business with, great compatibility, or rather like a great cooperation, you can expect here this person definitely not just only knows what the business needs, but also knows how to get it. So it's literally an individual that business-wise will present you with the recipe of success. Unfortunately, though, that recipe will contain them into the equation. I'm sorry. So you cannot go forward without them if you do want to follow their recipe of success. And right after that, we do have this card, which is the 10 of Cups. That is going to be catalyzed with the Knight of Wands. All right. So that is towards the end of the week. We do have a passive enemies at that position. And that is the moment where towards the end of the week, you are to restrict yourself only around a couple of things. You know, you're not going to scatter yourself among many people, for example, or among many enterprises whatsoever. Instead, what it seems with these two cards is that you are going to bet on the, how do I call it? On the plausible aspects of your life, aspects which you know that they are going to be beneficial, aspects that which you ain't risk anything, aspects that which you are certain they are going to contribute for your happiness. So if that's your family, by all means you are going to focus on your family. If that's your job that makes you happy, then by all means you are going to focus on your job. But the thing about these cards, it is that there will be no enterprising moments at that point. You know, there will be no exciting new opportunities whatsoever. But for you, for what it seems, that is going to be okay. For you are going to be happy with what you want. And for some of you as well, the realization that, you know, you actually are a rich person. And I don't mean just only rich in money. You know, you can be rich in emotional fulfillment, you can be rich in friends, and so on and so forth. That just the sheer realization that in something you are rich is going to make you very, very happy. And at that point, you will see reason in life. What I mean is that if you have lost purpose in life, that purpose is to be found within the existing framework of of accomplishments. So you will find something to live for if that's a problem for you up until this point. And at the end of the week here, which probably is the most significant point for you, this person comes about as well, which has nothing to do with the Queen of Wands, and it's catalyzed with the Sun card. So that is an individual who is to offer you something. The King of Pentacles, they do offer investments. They may want to invest emotions in you. They may want to invest money in you. They may want to invest time in you, whichever the case. The thing with the King of Pentacles, it is that while their investments seem very generous, it's not a charity, okay? They have what to gain from it as well. And because we do have the Sun, which poses a neutral fusion with the elements here, it means that things are not going to go without any trouble. There will be certain aspects into that proposal, I will classify it that way, that they're not going to be exactly ideal for you, that is. And it's just, how can I say, the things ain't going to be perfect, to say the least. But at that point, I don't know, it depends on what kind of a situation you're finding yourself into and what you do want to accomplish. Taking on this proposal, taking on this investment is going to play a huge dividends to you guys, but also it will be a tie. What I mean is that you are going to tie yourself to this individual, and that is a point where you have to think very carefully. Do you want to tie yourself with somebody like that? And it will be purely, how can I say, most likely business oriented. Here, having the Sun in a neutral position, it means pretty much that there will be no, how can I say, mutual happiness. It is like when that person makes you happy, they ain't gonna feel anything of it. Neither you will feel anything of making that person happy. So there will be no strive there, at least for the time being, to make each other happy. It will be pure mutual benefits that is going to tie you together, at least at that stage towards the end of the week. Of course, that is just a weekly reading, so intimacy, should that be something you consider, it's not excluded further into the future, but for the week when that person steps in, the thing is going to be driven purely of a mutual benefit. And so with that being said, that was your weekly general tarot reading, Aquarius. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it. It's quite of a versatile week for you guys. We don't have any specific narrative, but it is what it is, and hopefully we're going to see each other around. Until then, bye.